still partying. Hey, y'all. Happy Monday. Happy new month. It's March. Can you believe it's March? It's been 1 year since the pandemic was officially announced. How y'all doing? Let's do our shout outs. So Megan, Beth, Rebecca, Marianne, Radella, shout out to you guys. I see Radella in the live chat. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, Kimberly. Also, shout out to Linda, Lydia, Brianna, Crystal, Nicole, Amanda, and Jaleesa. Y'all are the best. How y'all feeling? How's Monday treated you? How are you feeling for the year anniversary? Hey, Nia, how are you? Nice to see you in the live. It's been a year, guys. I don't know what to say. It's like a new world, and I feel like I'm still adjusting, but it is what it is. This episode took me out, you guys. It just took me out. It was so, I felt like I was watching a comedy. That's how crazy this episode was. So I think we should just really jump right in and get started. So about last night. So Yara and Jovi, Gwen and Monty. I don't even know what to say. Where do we start? Where do we start with that? Can y'all hear me? Looks like I'm frozen a little bit. There we are. We're back. So, hey, Amanda. Hey, girl. Hey. Oh, thanks. Thanks. I was feeling very floral for March, so I thought I would put a floral top on. So thank you for the kind words, Amanda. So, Yara and Jovi, I just have so many questions, and I don't even know where to start. So let's just start where Yara is still pissed about the party. Hi, Love and Life 333. Finally, welcome. Hello, Leanne from New Zealand. Hello. Hello from New Zealand. That's awesome. Am I frozen for you guys? Because I'm frozen for myself. Can someone tell me if I'm frozen? Hi, Deborah. Hi, Deborah. Hi. Aw, it's great having you in the live chat as well. Okay, so I am frozen. I'm wondering what that's about. But as long as you guys can hear me, I suppose, until I'm unfrozen. Let me see if I add to the stream. Bear with me. Let's see if I can. I'm back. Did that work? Can you guys see me? Am I moving? I'm back. Let's just make sure that there's no more technical difficulties, y'all. All right, hey Laura. All right, I think I'm good. Can you hear me, Crystal? Hey girl, hey. Oh, yay. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate you. Okay. Hey, Dominique. Hey, girl. Hey. Okay, let's talk about Yara and Jovi and Gwen and Monty. Okay, so Yara's still mad because she felt that Jovi does what Jovi does. He got drunk, he partied with his friends, and she felt like the party was supposed to be about them, which I agree with. It was an engagement party. You two are getting engaged. You're not getting engaged with your friends. So, like, checking in on your girl. Hey, Susan from Australia. Oh, hey, Linda, my namesake. Thank you. Thank you. So I felt like she was justified. She's newly pregnant. She's newly in a new country. She only really knows Jovi. And I just feel like if this is an engagement party, if it was my engagement party, I would want my fiance to be with me and yeah, go and like mingle, but check in. And the vibe that I was getting from her was that he wasn't checking in. He saw that she was mingling and was like, she's good, so I'm good. So let me just drink and be with my friends. And he even said it. He's like, I'm away for work a lot. So, hey, Barbara. So I don't get the opportunity to hang out with my friends. So when I see them, I want to party with them. And I was like, you could party with them at any time. How often do you have an engagement party? You know what I mean? Like, I think that was a wrong move on his part, but okay. But y'all, the apple does not fall far from the tree. You guys know how I am with the sayings. However, Monty comes in and Monty's a little hazy. He doesn't really remember how the night was. And who does that remind you of? Who does that remind you of? It reminds you of Jovi because it reminded me that, hey, that's a thing. That's just what they do. And I think that Yara's going to have to really decide if that's the family that she wants to marry into because it's clearly what they do. Which brings me to my first question. Do you think Jovi will stop drinking for Yara? And maybe not his entire life, but perhaps while she's pregnant, like go through the pregnancy with her being dry. Do you think that that's going to be a thing? Do you think that's going to be possible? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think he did it. I think that he drank and continued to drink. And as you guys already know, and if you don't know, they're already married. So spoiler alert, and they already have a baby girl. So spoiler alert again. So I'm wondering if he stopped drinking during that time. I doubt it. Because even with the first baby picture, if you guys haven't seen it, make sure to check out 90 Day the Melanated Way on Instagram. We posted it there. And I think it's also on our Facebook. But even in the picture with the baby, there's his beer right on the counter. So I don't think things really changed that much for Jovi whatsoever. So anyways, Gwen's pissed. Gwen wants to... Why am I freezing today? Stop freezing. Gwen wants to be at this wedding. Dominique says, I don't think so. Love and Life said he slowed down just enough to shut her up. That's hilarious. I agree with you guys. Why am I frozen again, you guys? Why am I having these technical difficulties? What's happening? It's not even that windy out today. Let's see if it goes away. I'm going to just keep talking and give it like a few minutes. If not, I'll have to refresh again. But so Gwen wants to have the wedding as well. And I already feel like Yara gave her what she wanted. She wanted a big party. She got the party and it was bigger than Yara expected. And aw, thanks, Deborah. That's so sweet. It froze in the right place. Yeah, I'll keep going and hopefully it will work itself out. So Gwen kind of ambushed them. She's like, so what's the wedding plans? And of course, it's 44 days to the wedding, but really they only have 20 days to get married because Jovi has to go off to work. So they got to plan their whole wedding in 20 days. And I don't know if they're going to be able to do it in the 20 days, to be honest, unless they get some help. And Gwen wants to be that helper, you guys. She wants to have a big wedding and she wants to be at the wedding. Meanwhile, Yara wants to just the two of them and like drive off to Vegas, which I understand. I get that because her family's not there. She said since the beginning that she wants a small wedding. And I think that they should respect that. They should respect the fact that she wants a small wedding. Um, Loving Life says, I was surprised she wasn't pissed at there being a lot of people, more than expected. I was surprised that she handled that really well as well. Deborah says, I don't blame Gwen for wanting to come see her only child get married. I would be upset if I was not able to see any of my children get married. You can, I've seen all three of my girls. But Deborah, Jovi's not her only kid. She has a couple of kids. Hey, Lisa. She has a couple of kids. So I kind of see both sides of it, though. I kind of think see both sides. I think it's rude if his parents can't come since they are on the same continent. Really? Really, you guys? You guys think that if the wedding is close by, everyone should be invited? Shouldn't it just be really about the two that are getting married? I'm curious. What do you guys think? You think because Gwen and Monty are there that they should automatically be able to come to the wedding? Deborah says, I love my husband 43 years ago, but if it was just me and him, he was the only boy out of 6 and her baby. And to this day, I still feel guilty for not having my mother-in-law there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What I think it's the bride's decision. The bride and groom should decide what that looks like, in my opinion. Um, I don't know. Can y'all entertain yourselves for 60 seconds? I'm just going to try to see if I can not have this frozen screen. I'm tired of looking at my frozen face. Hey, Barbara, y'all talk amongst each other. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to try to fix this one last time. If not, it will just be like a podcast today. So hold on, entertain yourselves, come up with some questions in the live. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm hoping it works this time. What are y'all doing over there? Y'all good? I'm back. I don't know why I'm having technical difficulties, but I'm back. So Gwen is pissed and she confronts Jovi, but I think it's interesting how she confronts Jovi once Yara goes to take a shower. I felt like, hey, you know what? If you want to have an honest, open discussion, then you should have an honest, open discussion with the bride and groom. You shouldn't just corner Jovi and be like, hey, so are you good with this? Like the dad's saying, oh, you're cursed if this doesn't work out, which I thought was totally effed up, by the way, for the dad to be like, I'm not even sure, you guys having a baby, it could be cursed or it could be good. I was like, who says that about a pregnant woman and your son's fiance, your future daughter-in-law? I think you're like a mess. So anyways, he's like, well, you know what? Y'all had the party last night, so whatever she wants to do, she can do. And I actually, this time was 100% like team Jovi. Like, good for you for sticking up for your fiance, because we rarely see that. If we look at the couples this season, a lot of them throw the fiance under the bus all the time. Hey, Michelle. Michelle says, hey, from South Africa, Yara made the decision to leave her country, so there will be some compromises. And if Jovi's parents accept her as a daughter, why not embrace it instead of continuously pushing them away because her family is not around? She has an American family now, and it's a wonderful thing. That's fair. And Lisa says, COVID is a great excuse for only having a small wedding and saving a ton of money. She should let his parents be at the court and then have the wedding in the Ukraine. Yeah, I love that idea. I love that idea. I love it. I think that they should be able to do whatever they want to do because it's their wedding. Yeah, they did. Cooch La Cream Dollar Store Dreams. I love that name. Yes, they did get married before the lockdown and they did get married on Valentine's Day. So congratulations to them. And then they're walking around. And you guys, or any of you guys from New Orleans or know the history of New Orleans, because I didn't have time to look it up today because I was busy, but I was surprised that Jovi knew nothing about his history. And I agreed with Yara. I was like, you don't know your own culture and you support like the drinking and all of it. But when your wife, future wife, asks you like, why do people wear masks and what is Mardi Gras and what's the history? You don't know. All you know is that people drink. And then Fat Tuesday, they stop and then they go to church. Like, wait, what? You're from there. How do you not know? It's weird, right? I think it's weird. I think it's weird that he doesn't know. And now I'm curious, why do they wear masks? Because I actually don't know that. And I've never been to New Orleans. It is on my bucket list. Why do they wear masks? And what's the history of Mardi Gras? You guys, if you're in a live chat, let me know. And if you're watching the replay later, then let me know in the comments. But I'm really curious. I will look it up because now I'm curious. But it's weird. Yeah, Love and Life. It's weird that Jovi doesn't even know his own history and he's from there. And when Yara said it's your own culture and you don't know it, oh, but you know the drinking part. You know the party part. Okay. And then I don't know how I feel about this because it is a stereotype. And we talked about how Yara last week didn't like being stereotyped about Ukraine women and how they all want to come to America and get married and all of this in a certain way. But then she did the same stereotype with the United States. She said that New Orleans is no place to raise a family and it's not for small babies. She says that the US is great for shootings and drinks. And I was like, oh, hi, Sly Cat. Sly Cat says the whole Mardi Gras thing totally confuses me too. Okay, we're all going to have to find out together. We're going to have to find out together the whole meaning of it. Barbara says, I get the feeling he's too stupid to care and just likes the idea he can drink like a moron as much as he wants. Barbara. You guys in the live chat are hilarious. So, Yeah, it is weird. It's super weird, you guys. It's super weird that he's from there and doesn't know anything about Mardi Gras. Like, it's weird. I just know that certain times of the year we can all go and party in the streets and drink in the streets all day long and party and party and party. I mean, really, Jovi, not a good look. But you're a bayou. You're a bayou person. Okay. Deborah says, I'm not from Charleston, but I know a lot about Charleston history. I'm from Key West, and I know a lot about Key history. He thinks he would know. Yeah, exactly. I'm from Canada. I know a lot about Canada. I have an African background. I know a lot about Ghana. Like, you should know where you're from. That's part of your history. It's very bizarre that you don't know. Crystal says, but Jovi is from the small town, not New Orleans. Okay, that's fair, but he does go and party at Mardi Gras all the time, it seems like. So you would think that he would know a little bit about it. Love and Life, you and I are on the same page. She says, all I know is I can get wasted 24/7. So yeah. Anyways, that's them. Let's move on to Stephanie, because Stephanie was just a whole lot and I was here for it. I was here for it, you guys. I was here for it, which brings me to my next question. Okay, so if you guys don't know me and you guys are a little bit new, I am 100% into true crimes. I totally want to even add a true crime podcast because my background is in criminology, political science, broadcast journalism, all of that stuff. But I'm obsessed. Like, you give me Joe Kenda, you give me the first 48 hours, any of that stuff, I'm about it. I watch them all. And so because I watched them all, here's my question. Do you think Stephanie's on drugs? Do you think Stephanie's on drugs? Because I'm going to go ahead and do my acting for you right now, a quick acting scene, because I've seen it on all the true crimes. All right, so, and start scene. So apparently when someone is on, like, I don't know the names of the drug, but like crystal meth or whatever, and they like, or whatever the other one's called, and they like are all messed up, they close their eyes and like do this, they bob their head and like squinted eyes and bob their head, and that's what she was doing. I know I'm jumping ahead, but I was like, what's happening here? You're asking your second boyfriend to stay for 3-4 days, but you can't even look him in the face. You're like nodding off in the middle of your conversation. It was super weird to me. I had to like rewind it and watch it again. And I was like, what's happening right now? Yes, the nod out. And Cooch says, Xanax and liquor. So Xanax and liquor together does that? And she always slurs. I agree. I'm trying to find out. She's allegedly all kinds of pill wonky. I would believe that. I'm trying to figure out if she does drugs, because I don't feel like her behavior is like a normal thing. You know what I mean? So anyways, let's bring in the story. So Stephanie, who never knows Ryan's name, it's always my 27-year-old fiance. They were there for only 48 hours, broke up. Apparently they've been together 3.5 years, which I have a hard time believing 100%. Like 3.5 years, and now after 10 months you guys break up, and the whole like condom thing all of a sudden, like it was just too much, you guys. It's too much. And she's screaming he's a liar. And then she brought out her true crime killer instinct. So she sees these balloons and flowers. First she tries to stomp on the balloon and the balloon won't stop. And then she's like, even see how I'm holding my highlighter? That's how she was holding her little pen or knife, and she's like stabbing it like a crazy killer. I don't even want this in the house. Let's put it on the porch. It's so dramatic. Like, so dramatic. First of all, it's a helium balloon, Stephanie. You're 52 years old. You know that if you just stomp on a helium balloon, it's not going to pop like a regular balloon. Everyone knows that. It's helium inside. Second of all, You stabbing it was just like, it was extra. It gave me the killer crazy vibes, like killer crazy. And I don't know if you guys have seen her Instagram recently, but she's a big gun enthusiast and she has guns all over her page all of a sudden. I don't know. I don't know if crazy and guns go hand in hand. I don't know. I think that, she might want to lay off whatever it is she's taking before she puts some guns in her hand. That's just my opinion. Anyway, she's like, this is the last straw. And I miss my cat more than I miss Ryan. I was like, oh, Lord, here we go. So anyways, she called Harris to come over. And I feel two ways about this. I want to know what you guys think. Crystal says, even Dr. Honda can't make sense of her tantrum. Yes, she was safer with, she should go back to the hula hoops. Hey, Lydia. Hey, girl. Hey. So she calls Harris over, and she called him the night before, you guys, if you remember. And first of all, I just have to say, Harris needs to have his own spinoff because everything that comes out of this guy's mouth is hilarious to me, you guys. It's hilarious. Like, he's like made for TV because he's one of those people that when he talks, it's nonsense, but it's so friggin' funny. I can't with him. So she wants him to stay a few days because she needs to be comforted. And he tells us a little bit about himself. So he's a farm worker. And when he said that he first saw Stephanie and he said, I wanted to offer her a coconut. I wanted to climb a tree, get down a coconut, cut it, and give it to her. I died of laughter, y'all. I died of laughter. I think that was supposed to be like some sexy aphrodisiac moment, but I thought it was hilarious. And I mean, from a farm worker, I'm sure that that's like a sexy first move. Like, I'm gonna get her a coconut. The live chat, you're killing me. I'm gonna get her a coconut, and that's gonna be like my move towards her. I thought it was hilarious, you guys. He needs his own show because I will sit and watch that all day long. So he then says that she deserves someone that loves her and cares about her, and Ryan's not it. So he took a 4-hour bus ride and then a 2-hour boat ride to get to the resort that she was staying at. Now, let me tell you this, you guys. It's totally not about the friendship. It's totally about, oh, Ryan's out and the meal ticket's still here. Yeah, I'm going to travel for 6 hours and go and get that money. That's exactly what it was. I told you, and I continue to tell you, it's all about keeping the money in the family. Stephanie funds that family. And now that Ryan is out, Harris is sliding right in. Hey, Lita. Hey, girl. Hey. It looks like I'm frozen again, but I'm just going to keep going, you guys. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is going on, but something is going on with the technology. But I'm going to keep going, and maybe later in the broadcast, I'll try to pop back up. So he's there, and he's like, Harris is like, yeah, Ryan crossed the line. And Stephanie is like, it's over for good. And she's saying this as her head continues to bop up and down and her eyes continue to close, which I think is just crazy. And Harris is agreeing with her. Harris says Ryan is terrible, and is a terrible person. And I just kept thinking, is she on drugs? Like, is she on drugs? For real, for real. Ryan probably called Harris and told him to get the stuff, LOL, and they split it. Abso-friggin-lutely, that's what's going on. Is it a great free? At least I smile when it gets frozen. You know what I mean? At least it doesn't catch me with my eyes closed or me doing one of my crazy moves. At least it's like I'm smiling. So I can put up with it for like maybe a few more minutes before I try to fix it again. And then did you guys catch how when Harris agreed to stay with her, which you know he was going to, but did you guys catch where she said, I appreciate you, Rye Harris? And this is where I have a problem, you guys. And we talked about it last week, and I want to talk about it again. But my issue is it A, that Stephanie is in a country visiting as a tourist by herself and doesn't know anyone, so she wants to be surrounded by people she knows, hence Harris? Or is she really a sex tourist and she's just sliding in guy B, replacing guy A, because she doesn't even really know the name? She's like calling him Ryan, but it's Harris, and it's like, what are you even saying right now? Do you even care? Or is it just about you and your needs, and you'll just replace whoever it is because it's you and your needs, your needs and your money? You know what I mean? Radella says ST for sure. I'm leaning that direction. And what makes it even worse, you guys, is that, and I'm going to say it, and it's no disrespect to anyone, but it makes it worse that she thinks that she's in a position of power over a minority like that. It really bothers me. It bothers me because she knows that they don't have the money the way that she has the money, and that she feels like she can control them through the money thing. I think it's wrong. Amanda says, I think she's an ST as well, but in the immediate after the assault, that she would want someone she knows. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's something that needs to also be talked about, but I don't know if I want to address the whole thing today. But, here's a fact, if you guys didn't know, that they filmed the tell-all for this season last week. So all the cast was in Los Angeles filming, but Stephanie was not there. She was not part of it. And part of the reason, obviously, she wasn't there is because she has said publicly that she's suing TLC and Sharp Entertainment, which is the production company that puts on this show. And she has some serious allegations going on. So, yeah. The tell-all, yes, Cooch, the tell-all will be on Discovery Plus, you guys. Everything is transitioning over to Discovery Plus. I know everyone is trying to not get Discovery Plus, but I'm telling you, between 90 Day being there, my source at TLC told me that by the end of this year, everything's going to be on Discovery Plus. So at some point, if you want to continue to watch the show, you're going to have to get Discovery Plus at some point. But the companion pieces, like 90 Day Bears All, really, they're good, you guys. I know you guys don't want to, but I'm telling you, it just makes it a bigger picture. And it's hard, I know, because all of us have been with this show for many years now, day oneers. And so it's hard to have cable or whatever you use and then go ahead and have to pay for another streaming service. Oh, this is look at me now, frozen. My eyes look like a crazy Stephanie lady. That's how Stephanie looked to me in this episode. Her eyes all in the back of her head. It's a terrible freezing. Kimberly, no, Pillow Talk is not gone. Actually, it's back. It's on Discovery Plus now. You guys will be seeing, if you guys are watching 90 Day The Single Life, there is already Pillow Talk going on with all the exes of the people on the show. So that's happening. Tim and Veronica were recently also in LA, as well as Tanya and Sinjin. So you will be seeing Pillow Talk, and it will be on Discovery Plus. Barbara says, you're right, Barbara, you're right. There are people without money in every color, and I'm sure she goes for that power too. You're right. It's about the power. It is about the power. You're absolutely right. I agree with that statement. Yes, I will be covering the tell-all, you guys. Don't worry about it. I got you. And I really can't look at myself like this anymore. Please unfreeze. I look like a crazy crackhead in this frozen photo. I can't take it. It's distracting me. Anyways, moving on to Brandon and Julia. which I think I'm probably going to ask my question. Oh, I'm back. Hello. Welcome. I moved something and I don't know what I moved, but it worked. My question to you guys about Brandon and Julia. Should Brandon have been more excited about wedding planning? Should Brandon have been more excited about wedding planning? Because I got to tell you, he looked uninterested, you guys. He looked uninterested in his own wedding. So, yeah, don't leave that spot. I know, but I move around, you guys. So it's going to be hard for me to like not move. What changed is I had my computer propped up and I moved one of the props. So now I'm not super eyeline, but I'm wondering if that was just bad mojo or something. I don't know, but I'm going to try to not move too much. So let's talk about Brandon, Julia, Betty, and Ron. And you guys think about that question. Should Brandon have been more excited about wedding planning? So I have so many questions, you guys. Okay, first of all, if you don't know, I also love to cook. I grew up with my mom's amazing lasagna recipe, so I feel like I have a great lasagna recipe. However, this fresh tomato thing I had never seen before. And I saw someone on Facebook said that she uses fresh tomatoes whenever she feels like her lasagna is too heavy. It like, quote, lightens it up a little bit. I've never seen it. It sounds terrible to me because, like, have you made lasagna before? When you make lasagna and you pop in the cheese and the sauces, and then I can't imagine putting fresh tomatoes on top of it that are just going to get soggy and like ooze into the rest of your beautifully made lasagna. But that's just me. I've never done it, and I doubt I'll ever do it because, like, I like raw tomatoes. I love tomato sauce, but like warm tomatoes, ew, that's gross. Radella says, I've never had fresh tomatoes in lasagna. Loving Life said was strange. Fresh tomatoes in Virginia in March, Amanda said. And Lydia said, that was horrid. Krista said, nah, we ain't making no lasagna. Yeah, I mean, if it's something you do, you guys, please explain it to me in the comments or the live chat. I personally just have never seen it, and it did not sound appetizing to me, and it stood out. That's all. Ricotta and fresh tomatoes in your baked lasagna. Anyhow, so Julia's really excited about getting married because getting married means she gets to move out of the house, which is her ultimate goal. And we're now just seeing like the results of the coronavirus. So they're just seeing it as they're starting to film this part of the show. And we find out that Brandon, as a pest control person, is considered an essential worker, which I thought was interesting to know. And so they're sitting outside, they're having their baked lasagna, and they're talking about their wedding and starting to plan their wedding. And already Brandon's like lackadaisical. He's like, oh, I don't really care about the wedding marriage license. We still have to we can get it when we can get it. And Ron's like, no, you still have to follow the rules. Hey, Black Shelly. Hey, girl. Hey. Black Cully says, Brandon should have at least feigned a little interest in wedding planning. I agree. Aw, Deborah, that's so sweet. She said, well, at least we have you. We don't need Discovery Plus. I love that. So sweet. So Ron has to explain, like, hey, you know what? You still have to follow the rules. You have 90 days. You got to get married. Now, it's the same thing as when they were driving back when they thought she was pregnant. Like, why not just pull over and go to a drugstore and get a pregnancy test? Why do you have to drive all the way home to tell your parents that she might be pregnant and then go back to the store and get the pregnancy test and then take the test and then go tell the parents that you're not pregnant? It's stupid. That's why this is stupid. Like, if you're already out and you're already working and you're an essential worker, go ahead and drop off at that courthouse, get your marriage certificate, and like keep it pushing. Multitask, Brandon, multitask. And I'll say it again because I say it every episode. You're closer to 30 at 27 than you are to 20. You should know better and you should be doing better. Period. And to me, he acts like he's like 18 and he can't make any decisions and he just wants to like kick it and let his parents decide his life. That's how I feel like he acts. Like no responsibility whatsoever. Anyhow, so he's just like super lackadaisical. Now, Julia wants to plan the wedding. She wants to have a wedding in the church and they're going to go dress shopping. And her face when Betty invited herself, I died, y'all. I died. She definitely did not want Betty to be there. Like, not at all. She kept looking over at Brandon to say, you better tell your mom not to come. You better tell her she's not invited. Like, go ahead and handle that immediately, if not sooner. But Brandon didn't say anything. So Betty's like, I just really want to go. I don't have a daughter, so I've just not had this experience. So just really want to go. And I was like, is no one reading the room? Because everyone's being silent and no one's reading the room. Clearly, Julia is not saying, hey, Betty, yes, I would love to go with you. That's a great idea. Please join me. She's not saying a word. She's looking at you. Brandon's just looking at Julia. And Ron, we didn't even see him on screen. He was just extra. But I'm sitting here feeling uncomfortable, reading the room, saying, no one wants you there, Betty. So how are you going to invite yourself to a bridal dress fitting? Like, how are you going to invite yourself? Betty said, I'm going. That's it. She's going. And not only did she say she was going, she got there early and she got there first. And she had some opinions before she got shut all the way down. So she gets there and she's there and she's ready to like have this whole moment. And as soon as she gets there, she's like, yeah, so, what did you have in mind? What kind of dress were you looking for? To Julia? And Julia's like, do you work here? You guys, I freaking died. I died. That was hilarious to me. Do you work here? And then when Betty was like, well, do you have any ideas? And she's like, no. And then as soon as the girl that actually worked there came and said, well, do you have any ideas? Julia is like, yeah, that dress and that dress and that dress. I was like, the shade. And so it was hilarious because she didn't even want her there. And Betty showed up anyway. So you're going to get what you're going to get. So Brandon sits there and he's yawning. He doesn't care. He doesn't really want to be there. He already says it's not his thing. And I felt like he was wrecking the moment. I really did. I felt he was wrecking the moment with his shitty attitude. Like, at least, like Love and Life, said, fake it. Fake that you're interested, at least for this moment, because this is supposed to be a once in a lifetime moment. And a lot of women do dream about, getting married and the wedding dress and all of that stuff and making it special. And I just felt like he was making it like it was a burden for him to be there. And I thought it was super selfish. But I love the fact that they got Alina on the phone and was able to show her mom a couple of the dresses. I felt like that really was really sweet. Barbara says, I think Brandon was raised to always be a kid. And so I think the reason he waited because he wanted to tell mommy and daddy list because he wanted to get a reaction when they freaked out. Yeah, I agree. He is a big baby. So Betty wants to put in her opinion. She wants to chime in, and Brandon shuts that down. He says, I don't want you to like squint your face. I don't want you to have an opinion. I just want you to sit there. And you could tell that she was hurt by that because she really thought that she was going to have a moment and really like say, oh, I like this. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, you should get that. Oh, you shouldn't get that. And when she asked, do you think she's going to choose a form-fitted dress or more of like a princess dress? She wanted the princess dress, and she got to say nothing, which made it worse because even if there was a little banter and Betty put in her 2 cents, which she knows she wanted to do, it was better than what Brandon was doing when he was just yawning and like, it's okay. It's okay. I like it. And everyone's like, just talk, like have communicate. Tell me what you're thinking. I just was like, it was terrible. Rodella says, I bet his behavior would have been different if Betty was not there. And Loving Life said, that was weird. Deborah says, don't you know Brandon cannot fart without his mother knowing it? Yeah, it was really kind of awkward. And I felt like he was wrecking the moment. But I will say this, Julia looked amazing in all the dresses she tried. So whatever she decided, I'm sure she looked amazing because she just looked beautiful in all of them. And then that was it really for them. Then we moved on to Natalie and Mike. And, you know, same drama, different day. Same drama, different day. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Mike is super hurt, and he even admitted about the ring. When you throw a ring back that this dude didn't even really have the money for, but he saved the money to give to you, and you threw it in his face into the suitcase, he's not getting over that anytime soon. And if it's the first time you guys are hearing this, I can't confirm it, but it's just something that I heard, that while she was away, he was like dating someone. And so him finding out like, oh, she has 22 days to come and they start the 90-day process, he really wasn't mentally prepared for it. I think he was checking out. And now all of a sudden he has a fiance and he wasn't really feeling it. So anyways, he even says it. He says that she's not his fiance. He's not ready to marry her. He's not ready to give her the ring back. They still have the same communication issues, and he's kind of just over it. And he says that he's at his end of the rope on it. So, and it's showing. It's showing that he's checked out. It's showing that he's sick of fighting with her. And I got to tell you that sometimes Julia makes sense to me in the things that she says. Like when she wanted them to go and see a therapist, I thought that was a good idea. But when someone is constantly negative Betty and negative and constantly complaining, it's hard to love them. And so I get where he's coming from. Like, you just want to fight all the time. It gets exhausting. Who wants to do that? Especially when you're supposed to be, you know, in a happy phase. It's like the first 90 days. You guys should be like, I can't say it because it's on YouTube, but you guys should be F and S-ing. F and S-ing. I almost said it without saying it. I hope you guys know what I mean. But that's what you guys should be doing for like the 90 days. It should just be all love and joy. But it's not. It's a mess. And you guys, it's amazing to me that they make it. Like, it's amazing to me, but they do. So anyways, they feel like they don't have enough time, which I find interesting because you guys have been together for a few years now. You knew this 90-day was coming and you guys waited for like a year. So what pressure do you have? Like, you guys should have been building up to this so that by the time you got the K1 visa and the 90 days were here. Who is this person? Are you talking to me? It cannot be that you're talking to me. So I'm just going to go ahead and knock that out. That was so weird. Whoever that person is crazy. So Natalie talks to her friend Sarah, she talks to her friend about Sarah, saying that she's still super jealous, which I thought was amazing because it's the first time you're admitting you truly feel jealous about this girl. And that's why in your mind you think that all these things have happened, even though they didn't happen. You feel jealous of her. And Svetlana basically said, hey, you know what? You move too fast. You do too much. You say too much. Why don't you just chill out, focus on the future, and focus on the fact that he chose you and you're like the fiance, and what's in the past is in the past. And when Natalie actually decided that she was going to admit her mistake, I was like, oh, wow. Oh, wow. And so Lana said, you need to settle down, you need to calm down, you need to forgive and forget and just trust him. And so you feel like that's what she's going to do. And so they sit down. You can see it's like 21 days till they need to get married. Mike is unhappy and feels like she's still fixated on the past. And so when she sits down and says, hey, you know what? I know we've had problems. I want to put all the problems in the past and I just want us to move forward. And she apologizes and then asks him, do you feel good? And he's like, well, I feel good now. And he hopes that this is going to be the way it is, but he still seems super unsure. And if you guys looked ahead and saw the snippet of the next episode next week, there's reason to doubt. You know what I mean? Like his doubt is absolutely justified. And it's justified because she's like that. So she thought she could be nice for a couple of weeks, get the ring back and keep it pushing. And we look next week that he is not ready and she's ready to plan this wedding. And she thought that if she put her P's and Q's and was super kind, that it would just keep pushing. Oh no. Oh no. Mike sees right through that. You can't just pretend to be nice for a couple of weeks and think all your problems are MIA just so you can get your ring and get married. Because did you guys peep the fact that she said she's not ready to leave America? And if you watch the show, you know that we told you about her whole history, how because this is her third wedding, you guys. And her dream was to come to America, to live in the United States, but specifically in New York City, that she wanted to be a model. And I've recently posted you guys her music video that she did. I recently posted a movie that she did. Like she wants to be a model actress and she wanted to be in the Big Apple. And so I found it interesting that she let it slip this episode that she's not ready to leave America. So are you not ready to leave America, Natalie? Or are you not ready to let go of this relationship? Because they're different things. Black Shelly, Mike and Natalie make it? I can't see it. Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. They make it. They make it. Let's move on to Hazel and Tarik. So Hazel and Tarik kill me. So this whole throuple thing, first of all, I need to know what website is for throuples. Couples who are looking for a girlfriend. Is that a thing? It's a real website? Because they had it all blurred out like it's a real website where there's a website that couples can go to who are looking for singles to be in a throuple. Is that real? Because I don't know about it. I need someone to tell me if that's a real thing or not, because I don't believe it. But nowadays, anything is possible. So they're on this website. Tarik is convinced that everyone is a catfish. He does a reverse search and all of them, let's say there are 30 matches. Out of the 30, 28 he says are catfishes. It's not really them. He feels like it's not really working out for them and that they should call Minty for relationship advice on how they could get a girl to add to their relationship, which is it's a whole thing. And I can't understand how Tarik didn't think that any woman watching this would not see through the nonsense. Anyways, Hazel wants a girlfriend because she wants a sister, which she already has, a best friend, which she should have in her girlfriend. And she said it's not just about sex, but a sister, a best friend, to have sex, the girl has to be bisexual and has to have an experience and has to be a brown girl. She doesn't want a Thai girl because Tarik likes Thai girls, and so it can't be about that. Now, that's important because Minty, and it can't be any Asian girl, she says, actually. No Asian girls, but specifically no Thai girls because Tarik likes Thai girls. Now, what is this relationship really going to be about? And I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. So I personally think that Hazel loves Tarik as in, that's my dude. That's my dude. I love him like my bro. Do you know what I mean? He was my ticket to come to America so I can have a better life and bring my son over and we can have a better life. Because you guys, as you know, when she was back in the Philippines, she wasn't even living with her son because she couldn't afford to keep her son. So her ex has her son. Right now, she lives in a big old house in Virginia And now she can be out and have the life that she wants. But it's not really about Tarik because she really wants a girlfriend. She wants a happier life because she wants a girlfriend. Tarik was just the way to a means to the end. Now, follow me on this. Tarik can't have a girl that he likes because then he's going to pay all the attention to the girl that he really likes, and she doesn't want that, right? But I think that she should go ahead and allow Tarik to get the girl that he actually is attracted to, and Minty specifically, because y'all, those fireworks that I saw in this episode, they were real. He was I haven't even seen him that excited since he picked up Hazel from the airport. But he was excited to be talking to Minty. Totally talking to Minty. So this is what I think that they should do. Go ahead and bring Minty back in the relationship. And because Hazel is so jealous of Minty, that's her issue with Minty. I don't know what happened in their past, but I can tell right off the get-go, her being super salty when Minty just even said hello and gave that beautiful smile. She was not having it. She's jealous. I think that she thinks that Minty's beautiful. I think that she thinks that Tarik thinks that Minty's beautiful, and therefore she feels threatened. And I get it. You want to make sure that you secure your relationship and your goal to get your green card and have a better life. And if Tarik actually likes Minty better, that might mess up your situation. I totally get it. But I think she should hear me out. Go ahead and let Tarik be happy with Minty, and you go and get the girlfriend that you really want, the brown girl you really want, and be in a relationship. And the four of y'all can be in a crazy relationship where Hazel and Tarik are married, but they both have the girlfriends that they really want to be with, and everyone can be happy. That's it. But she's not seeing the bigger picture because she can't get past the jealousy. I don't know if that's the name, but there is a place to find everything good, bad, and disgusting. Ew, I can't, Barbara. I can't even know about it. I can't even. Yeah, they could. They could do that too, and they'd all be happy, Crystal. What's a foursome? Is a foursome called a polyamorous? Polyamorous. Anyways, the four of them need to work that out. All that will make the relationship the best for them because everyone will be happy. However, Tarik calls Minty for help, and you guys, I literally wrote down LOL. I wrote down LOL because why are you going to call your ex to get help to find a new woman? And then as soon as she says, well, what about me? Like, why not me? And you smile, because Tarik smiled when she said that. And then quickly he side-eyed that Hazel was pissed. So he was like, oh, okay, well, this wasn't productive. Well, it was productive for you because you really wanted to talk to her and you were really happy to see her. And it wasn't about you getting advice from your ex-girlfriend. It was because you wanted to see her face and you wanted to talk to her. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. So y'all aren't going to work it out if you guys can't be honest with what you really want. And he really wants Minty, and Hazel really wants a brown girl. Let's just be honest here. But what she really wants is her green card. Agreed, Lydia. Tarik is so stupid for that move. We all saw it. Hey, Asfore. She says Tarik was lobbying for Minty. Yeah, he was. He was testing the waters. He wanted to see if they could, like, okay, how's Hazel going to act? Is Hazel going to be, like, cool with this? Maybe she'll see her again and be like, okay. Nah. Because if she's jealous, she's jealous. And she's been jealous. And we could all see it. Even Minty saw it. Because there's no reason to be such a hater if she was indeed both of your girlfriends, unless you felt threatened. I understand that. I totally understand that. I agree. Having an extra person in the relationship is not for jealous people. It's a recipe for disaster. I agree. However, Black Shelly, that's really not what Hazel wants. Hazel wants to have a girlfriend that's a lesbian that's not actually going to be attracted to Tarik, and so she can have her for herself so she doesn't feel threatened. That's not going to work out. That's why I'm saying they should go with Minty, and then you get the girl that you want, the brown skin girl, and the four of you can be in a relationship. And then Tarik and Hazel can be like the mainstay. That's it. That's it. That's all. Let's move on to crazy Rebecca and Zied. Okay, so 69 days before they need to get married. So Ziad's been there for, just under a month. And I need to know, you guys, why there's still no furniture in that apartment. Why is there no furniture in that apartment? Yet on your very first day off, y'all are going to go and book a cabin, rent a cabin, and wedding plan. Meanwhile, you're sitting on the floor. I don't understand it. Yes, Radella. When is Rebecca going to get this furniture? I don't understand it. Priorities, you guys. I need to be sitting on a couch like I am now. I can't be sitting on a mattress on the floor when I know I have furniture in storage. But let me just take my day off and go to a cabin that has furniture so I can come home to my no furniture. Makes no sense to me. However, Tarik. Ziad says he's impressed with the dishwasher. And you guys, I just found out from one of my friends on Instagram, because she's an English teacher. So did you guys peep the part where he's talking about the dishwasher and he says how he loves that he's washing the chicken? And I was like, wait, is he washing a chicken in the dishwasher? Because that's super gross. And I can't imagine it being like a healthy, like, you know what I mean? It just seems really, really wrong. And I need to shout out, I have to find it. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. That's why. So one of my friends, Monica, told me, because she's an English teacher, that it's Megan. It's an English thing. When he was saying chicken equals kitchen, and she sent me this really cute, it's called the House Song. It's music for kindergarten and ESL kids, and she wants me to listen to it, which I will listen to it later. But that's what he meant. He didn't mean chicken, he meant kitchen, as in it was very convenient to have a dishwasher in the kitchen, not washing chicken. It was cute. Either way, it was super cute. And Deborah says, I wonder if he put some kind of dish detergent if there was a chicken. Oh, hilarious, you guys. So yeah, it was an English translation thing. It made it super cute. It totally made it kind of weird as well, because I was like, that's new. And who did he learn that from? I hope Rebecca's not teaching him some nonsense. Anyways, he's bored at home. She rents a cabin, part for wedding planning, part for like time alone, just the two of them. And she's talking to him how I wanted her to stop talking this whole season. So she says, I want to take tour, but not like normal. Why are you talking in this broken English? Why? Why? We didn't see it before. You would just talk to him regularly. As soon as he comes to America, all of a sudden you don't speak proper English. Why? It's annoying. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're used to Ziad's cadences now, so the way he talks sounds normal to me. But Rebecca talking broken English all of a sudden, it drives me crazy, and it could just be me, but I don't like it. And I feel like if you can speak proper English so that the person that has English as a second language can actually pick up how things are supposed to be said, so that they can learn English better instead of like you talking all crazy to them. It's weird. And that's your fiance. So why are you being weird? Anyways, so they go on a carriage ride with Pendragon the horse, which was a beautiful horse, you guys. That horse was gorgeous. And they go on this carriage ride and they start talking about planning the wedding, and she's making a big deal about it. She wants a big wedding. And I was like, you've been married 3 times before, so like why are you making a big deal about this? Ziad's actually making sense. He's saying, hey, let's just get married in the courthouse because coronavirus is happening. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Let's just go to the courthouse and, get married. And maybe they could have a party later, or maybe they can celebrate after. But he's thinking of the pandemic. But Rebecca's like, oh, we're going to have to talk about this further. I already have been married 3 times before, but it feels like the first time and it's going to be my last one. So I want to make it special. Girl, your 4th marriage does not feel like it's your first time. Stop playing, okay? Stop playing around. And I was like, okay, why is Ziad the voice of reason right now? The 27-year-old is the voice of reason. The 52-year-old is saying, I need this and this and this and this in the middle of the pandemic. And I get it. I get it. You want to have a beautiful wedding and this is the one. But you also thought 3 times before that was the one. So I don't know what to say. Lydia. Rebecca sounds like Devin's translator machine. Exactly. Translating crazy and talking crazy. 100%. So then Ziad says, hey, you know what? I want to get married before Ramadan. And so we're going to have to get married like in the next month. And then Rebecca gets all bent out of shape because she doesn't want to rush the wedding because she said with her ex, she rushed it and it was a mistake. And again, I say to you guys, even she said it, you guys waited a whole year to get this K1 visa. What were you doing in that year? This 90 days should not be a surprise. You should not feel rushed because you waited a year. It's weird to me. All of a sudden, you feel pressured and you don't want to feel rushed. Y'all have been together for a few years. We've been with you for a few years. This has been the end goal. So why are you feeling rushed all of a sudden? Go ahead, get married. Yes, you have the pandemic to deal with, and he wants to get married before Ramadan, but go ahead and handle it. What's the difference between a month and 2 months? Just do it. Just do it because you've committed all these years and you say you're so in love and he's the one and it's different than your ex. So then what's the problem right now? Seriously, what is the problem that you're feeling rushed and you're going to have to think about it and you're getting all bent out of shape? Knock it out because you want to get married. He wants to get married. You're honoring his culture and you really have been waiting around. Remember when you were tapping your friggin' iPhone, refreshing on the bench, and then you were super excited that his K1 visa? So why now are you turning around saying that you're surprised and feel pressured and you don't want to rush? Get out of here. Stop playing around. Stupid. Yeah, she said, you're telling me to leave my home? Yeah, that part. But I get it. He wants to respect Ramadan and really he can't be living with her without getting married. Like, I understand it, and I don't understand why she's surprised because she knows that he's Arabic. She knows his customs and traditions. She's even gone there. So why are we surprised? Bizarre. Lita says, I'm confused how Rebecca managed to sponsor the Ziad visa. She works as a fast food store asking for a friend. She just recently started working there. She is a manager, and a lot of the fast food restaurants, Lita, actually pay a lot of money as soon as you get into management. So, yeah. Moving on to Amira and Andrew. I just want to say, I want to start off this by saying that I love Hamdi, Amira's dad. And when he said, we don't care about Andrew, I felt like that was the realest line of the whole entire episode. The realest line of the whole episode. Because Andrew's going to say that the show has edited him to be a certain way and act a certain way and all of this stuff. But I got to tell you, every time he opens his mouth, I just hear selfish and I hear controlling and I hear like, do everything for me, but I'm not going to do anything for you. So it starts off with Amira. Dad's happy that she's back. She goes to tell him that Andrew wants her to go to Serbia. And Dad's like, what? You're not looking for a job? You're planning to go with what? To do the who, the what, the where? Oh no. This is the last I'll be telling you about this. You're not going anywhere. You just were detained in Mexico. We don't care about Andrew. You're not going to sacrifice anymore for Andrew. He's not for you. He doesn't do shit for you. And I'm not ever having this conversation. And if you do go to Serbia, I'm not talking to you, period. Lay down the law, Dad, because this sounds ridiculous. Then he talks about how Serbia, like, if something happens, how we're going to find you, all of this stuff. I agree with everything he said, except for, like, the stereotype parts. However, I agree. Like, why would you go there? Again, Andrew's not joining you there, so you are having all the risk. So what benefit do you have? Then Andrew calls Amira, and because he's super selfish and self-absorbed, he's drinking from a mug that has his own face on it, which I just thought was like, ugh. And he's like, well, we need some answers today. And so they call a lawyer. The lawyer says, which I thought was interesting, because the lawyer said, you probably got detained because of the way you responded to the question. When they ask you what your purpose is, you should just say, you're on vacation en route to America, rather than saying you're meet your fiancé, because then they think that you're trying to marry someone there and stay there, which is why you had some issues. I thought that was great for them to point that out. However, she also says, well, when your K-1 visa expires, it expires. You can't renew it, but you can get an extension. Oh, no, you can't get an extension, but you can get it reissued. So when it expires, but you can get a reissue. So she says clearly to him that she wants to get the reissue. And he's like, well, the lawyer said that my plan works, so we should just go ahead and do that. She's like, no, I just want to go with the reissue. And then he turns it around and says that she's blaming him about Mexico and that she should contact him if she wants to go to Serbia. So on the one hand, you're saying, what do you want to do? And she tells you what you want to do, but you're going to go ahead and ignore her and say, well, call me when you're ready to do what I want you to do. I was like, you know what? Why is she even entertaining this dude? Why? Because she has bigger patience, more forgiveness in her heart than I will have in my pinky. Because I'm going to tell you, just like the dad said, if I was detained for 3 nights in some detention cell in Mexico City, and you stayed, like she said, in Vacation City and didn't lift a finger and didn't leave the Vacation City, there's no way we're talking again. Why? There's no way. And there's no way I'm coming to move and live with you and live happily ever after, because you've shown me who you are. So what is it exactly that you love about him, Amira? Because his actions and his words show you that he doesn't give a rat's ass about you. Doesn't care. His way or no way. It's bizarre. And it's bizarre that she's even considering going to Serbia, and he's going to just be like, hey, as you guys know, I went ahead and used my vacation days and made my Mexico trip a little bit of a vacation for myself. So I'm not going to be able to take any more time off work. So you go do this. Let me know how it works out, and I'll see you if I see you. I can't. I can't even understand why are we even talking about this? Why are we even talking about going anywhere? You should cuss his ass out. Say bye. You're a beautiful woman. Go meet someone else and call it a day. And Andrew can do Andrew, because that's what he's best at doing. That's it. I said what I said. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for bearing with me with all the technical difficulties. Make sure you're following all across social media at 90 Day the Melanated Way. Make sure to hit those thumbs up for me, you guys, please, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, anywhere. Just that helps me a lot. And it shows that you guys are there for me. And make sure that you've liked, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And tomorrow we're covering 90 Day Bears All, you guys, and it was a doozy as well. This week is all about the doozies, and I'm here for it. Till next time, same place tomorrow. Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Bye for now.